And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game and the task ahead. Live coverage of the NBA here on 2K Sports. A happy Sunday evening to you and yours. Kevin Harlan here, joined by our analyst Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. Plus, reporting from the sidelines, another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Nets. This hasn't been the kind of year they envisioned. Time running out. So the Nets starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Johnson. And it's Williams at the small forward. And for Oklahoma City, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Cason Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Williams at the center filling out the middle. And on these rosters, Doris, some interesting young and upcoming talent. Scary to think, isn't it, how good they might actually be.
Young talent means, Kevin, they have to grow. And the way you grow is playing big-time games against other talented players. So what a great opportunity on both sides against quality competition to see exactly where you're at.
Williams, a screen on Johnson. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson surveying the floor. Johnson at the elbow. Outside, Russell. To the middle. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Well, Claxton could have an apartment up near the rim. These dunk attempts are routine.
Wallace outside. About a minute played so far here in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
Oh, right. And wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Johnson, the pass to Williams. The Nets working the ball around now. And it's good, 2 points.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
Here's Williams. After the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And high-quality numbers for him all season long. How about 81 from the line?
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. Well shot.
That's good from Williams. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
And just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
The Nets with the lead. Russell with it. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort kicks to Williams. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, Jalen Williams very comfortable operating out of that mid-range area.
Johnson outside. Pass to Williams. Johnson outside. Russell with a wide open look. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feet.
Well, the lefty stroke of D'Angelo Russell on display. This is a guard who can be effective with and without the ball.
Bounce pass from Williams. Wallace against Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
Boy, he's heating up fast coming out of the gate. 4 out of 5 from the field.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Williams. Wiggins comes in for George. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Brooklyn with it. They trail by 1. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Clock at 6. Martin wide open. He fires. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
When you talk about Jalen Williams, Doris, is it fair to say this guy has superstar-level potential?
Without a doubt, Kevin. Jalen Williams is a 3-level scorer. He's fearless in the clutch. He has the hunger to keep improving, and he can be a lockdown defender. He's got all the tools to reach the level you're talking about.
Now, here's Wiggins after Ben Simmons' miss. Count that one.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Now, here is Russell. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Ben Simmons gets the bucket.
That's a big-time finish by Ben Simmons. With that frame, sometimes he makes that look easy.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Williams can't get it to go. The Nets have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Pass to Wilson. Here's Clowney. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Williams.
Clearly a foul.
For Brooklyn, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
And the first one drops. So both teams changing it up here. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 18 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Joe. No scoring in this one. Williams, a screen on Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Thunder lead by 1. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
A lot of high motor play from them in this one, allowing them to kind of charge through the defense and find good looks.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Williams. Wilson out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's Simmons. And it's Clowney in at the center position. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. To the inside. Shakes him. And Williams lays it in. Williams has got his first points of the night. It's been a few years now, Doris, but it feels like point guard is the position in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, we certainly have our share of great point guards. Luka Doncic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, they seem to be in the MVP conversation consistently. But the last couple MVPs, you look back, you've got a couple of centers. For a long time, the small forward spot dominated the game. It's really something that's in constant flux. We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shai has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
Inside. Here's Clowney. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
You've got to stand in and deliver from the free throw line, even in a tough environment, and they failed to do so. This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive, scoring the ball.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Brooklyn Nets wasted no time hiring the next coach, Jordi Fernandez, shortly after the conclusion of last season. Despite his youth, Fernandez has been on the rise after stops as an assistant with the Kings, Nuggets, and Cavs, as well as coaching the Canadian national team. Kevin?
You know, DA, we've been talking about Jordi Fernandez for a long time. Now his big break, and I'm very happy. I know we all are for Coach Fernandez. Hey, David, thank you. A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Cason Wallace in for Alex Caruso. And the Nets also making a change. Martin's checked in. Pass to Clowney. In the corner, Simmons with it. Six on the shot clock. Outside Wilson. Launches a three. They get it back. It's tipped. It's taken away by Wallace. It's Joe on the wing. To the middle. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 7-point Thunder lead.
Well, the advantage they have right now is largely based on his play. What an outstanding night.
Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
And that one drops for him.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Watford. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the paint. Shot clock at 6.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Wallace with the ball. And it's Martin picking him up. Wallace, the pass to Joe. Wallace kicks to Wiggins. Wiggins, a screen on Martin. Down low. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
That one is off. You know, Doris, when you compare the NBA to other major sports, it seems coaches just don't get as much credit for their strategy and their scheming and game plans.
Hey, Kevin, I think it's a misconception not only about the coaches, but about the NBA specifically, that it's not as complex as other sports. There's so much depth to this game. It is in a constant state of evolution. Once you think you've got the NBA down, I'm promising you it's going to evolve to another direction. This misconception is flat wrong.
Now, here is Russell. Outside Williams. Claxton sets the screen for Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Russell against Wallace. Drives to the hoop. Williams.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
The Thunder shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation, and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Pass to Johnson. To the middle. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Williams. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Averaging 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I'll tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Mitchell's checked in. Outside, Dort. 1:24 left to play in the first half. Williams against Johnson. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Williams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Thunder.
I'll tell you, right now, these guys cannot be stopped.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Claxton with the bucket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Williams passes to Wallace. Outside, Dort. Offline with his three.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Williams dishes to Johnson. Back to Williams. Up top, Russell. Covered by Mitchell. And Russell gets it to go.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Thunder leading by 7. Wallace outside. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly.
Thank you for joining us. Getting right to the story. Things are going well for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Hold on, I just got an alert on my phone. Ooh, half off bowling after the game tonight. Who's in?
I imagine Shaq probably throws that bowling ball a little too hard, Ernie. I don't know.
False. I have a finesse game, Kenny. One time I hit a sit-down shot from the seats behind the lane.
Shaq's like a trick shot artist out there. He's diving, he's spinning. I'm curious to see what's left in the bag. I'll get the lanes. You guys bring your own shoes this time. And so thinking about the first half of this game, it's likely we'll see some adjustments for the Nets.
To me, it starts with their effort. They have to become more active defensively to prevent easy looks, Shaq.
Yeah, the only way to slow down a team with good scores is to disrupt their rhythm. Otherwise, you fire up that barbecue.
Man, that was 1987 all over again.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more hoops action.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense to absolute perfection.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11 points. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Wallace is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Williams at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you. Jalen Williams is a do-it-all dynamo for the Thunder. Coach Mark Daigneault said, "We've cross-matched him onto centers. He'll shift him to a point guard. It's hard to explain how impactful that is for you. You have a great offensive player that you're also moving all over the lineup." Kevin?
DA, the versatility. That is pretty special.
There's so many ways Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can create for this offense. He's becoming one of the top scorers in the game.
Johnson outside. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Back to Claxton. Shot clock at 5. Johnson's shot is off. The Thunder leading by 9. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Now, here is Russell. Johnson sets the screen for Russell. Nailed from three-point land. Russell's got 7 points.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 6. Here's Williams. And Claxton throws it down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Control the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take. You know, you have to use the bounce pass in that instance to make the catch easier.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. And not a surprise, really, to see them sitting there in the #1 spot in the conference. The excellent brand of basketball they've been putting on display lately has been terrific.
Checking out Oklahoma City. They've gotten off to a terrific start this year. We knew they were capable of playing terrific basketball, and so far, they have not disappointed.
Yeah, and there really hasn't been any feeling out process for them at the start of the season. They were in peak form immediately.
And Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
To the inside, and it's slammed in by Williams.
Woo-hoo! That's the athleticism you talked about with Jalen Williams. This guy can get off his feet in a hurry.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Russell. Pass to Johnson. Here's Claxton. Kicks it out to Johnson. Russell looking it over. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Russell no luck. The Thunder leading by 10. Outside Williams. Ball is with a screen on Johnson. Williams outside. Johnson with the rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. And good that time. Russell's got 9.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 14 points for him.
Well, let's remember that at 6'6", Shai Gilgeous-Alexander can more than handle himself near the cup.
Claxton sets the screen for Russell. 1:31 left in the third quarter. Drills it from outside. 12 points for him.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Doris, what's the key for a team like the Nets, who have to hit the reset button, so to speak?
I think, Kevin, you have to find consistency at the head coaching position, because then you can set clear and achievable goals for your team going forward. You set a style of play, commit to it, and just build year by year, game by game.
And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Kenrich Williams. He's checked in for Williams. Wiggins comes in for Dort. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Wallace. And it's Mitchell in for Gilgeous-Alexander. .119 left in the third quarter. Left side Williams. Double team on Williams. And a wide open look here for Wiggins. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Pass to Wilson. This one for three. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They've led by as many as 11 points. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. And that will be the middle game of this three-game homestand. Williams kicks to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Over Russell. Here's Joe. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Joe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And they double up Russell. The tray knocks down the 3 ball. Russell's got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
.11 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Williams. Wiggins from outside. Unable to get that one. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They've played the better game so far, but their work is far from over. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Nets. 7-point differential. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Wilson. Simmons is out there with Martin. Then there's Trendon Watford. And it's Clowney in at the center.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
And to look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Thunder.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
The other thing that's been impressive is really just relentless driving the basketball. Doesn't matter if the defense is there, they are challenging them and getting it done.
Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and frankly borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame and he fits in personality-wise.
And the Nets with possession here. After Oklahoma City gets the 3, they get it again. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Here's what Oklahoma City's schedule is looking like. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Utah Jazz. Then on Thursday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for that game against the Warriors, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Watford finds Simmons. There's the 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Joe. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And stolen by Simmons. Pass to Watford. A fadeaway. It's good.
Ben Simmons, a guy who will find you if you are open. You love his setup ability.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. And the Thunder making a switch here. Wallace is checked in. The Nets making a switch here. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down. Run our plays. We'll see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Now, here's Wilson. Johnson outside. 6 to shoot. On the wing, Johnson. Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
At 6'10" with excellent hops, Ben Simmons makes that look easy.
The Thunder leading by 5. Now, Gilgeous-Alexander takes it inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man. Boy, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has become a walking bucket, folks. This is now an elite NBA scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Williams. Jalen Williams comes in for Wiggins. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Here's Russell. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Basket counts.
So smooth, so pretty off the dribble drive. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander doing work.
Johnson outside. Off target from three-point range. Oklahoma City leading by 9. Here's Williams, and Williams throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Outside Williams. Pass to Claxton. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Oklahoma City has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Now here's Williams. All alone. And Oklahoma City again with the bucket.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I tell you, proving how dangerous he can be inside. D'Angelo Russell forcing the defense to make a commitment.
And he makes the first.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell is his commitment to work. Though he's played for a couple of teams, this guy brings it every day.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 13-5 run. Gilgeous-Alexander against Russell. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Pass to Johnson. Got it. Good job in the low post.
What energy on the offensive boards. The defense can't match the effort, and they paid the price.
The Thunder leading by 10. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Russell. And the basket is good.
Well, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, that 3-level scoring ability, that time working the mid-range.
And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. Outside, Russell. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
You cannot be careless guarding D'Angelo Russell. This guy's so good at putting the defense in tough spots.
The first free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:30 left to play here in the fourth. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Now here's Williams. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
The Thunder leading by 12.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Thunder.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket. Didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And so now on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Here's Joe. And here is Mitchell. Over in the corner, Caruso. Clock at 4. Here's Joe. The Thunder with another miss. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. And once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now, our player of the game, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.